Apple have just released 3 brand new products, the new iPhone 14 and 14 Pro, the AirPods Pro 2, and the Apple Watch Series 8. And in this video, we're going to break down all the things you need to know and none of the stuff you don't. Let's go. We have timestamps down in the description, which will help you jump between different products. And you can also hit the pause button on the information screens because those are going to be really useful if you want all the facts. The new Apple Watch Series 8 is available for $399 or $499 for the cellular version. That's the one that you can use like a phone for messaging and phone calls. In terms of features, it's more of an evolution than a revolution for Apple Watch. So if you're rocking a Series 7 or 6 or even the SE like me, you may not find anything additional here, but there are some new health sensors and some new features as well as improved battery life that may be something that you want to check out. Speaking of the SE, Apple also have the Apple Watch SE2 for $249 or $299 for the cellular version. And once again, there's some small improvements. I'm probably not racing out to replace my SE at the moment, but if you don't want all the bells and whistles or maybe you're brand new to an Apple Watch, this is probably a good first watch to check out. And if you're like me and you're into extreme sports and scuba diving, yeah, the Apple Watch Ultra is probably what you want. This is to compete with the likes of Garmin, who have those more rugged sports watch styles, and it starts at $799. Now, this is a serious piece of kit for some pretty serious individuals. So if this is for you, you probably already know that. There is some cool stuff that it has in there. It's definitely a more rugged design and is going to be better if you're out and about and doing a lot of those high-intensity activities. However, this channel is all about music and audio, so let's talk about the things that are relevant to that. We've got the AirPods Pro 2nd generation. These are going to be out soon for $249 US. Now, this is something that I'm more likely to spend my hard-earned cash on because I've had the AirPods Pro for a couple of years and they have their foibles, but I do really like them. The improvements made here are going to be a bit of a game changer. We've got the touch control now, so you can actually adjust your volume by swiping your finger on the AirPod. We've got improved battery life, which is something that I've always had an issue with, and I know a lot of other folks have as well. And we now have Find My, the U1 chip, so that if you lose your case, you can find that. So not only the earbuds, but the case. So when you are out and about and you're worried about losing your AirPods, they got you a little bit more covered now. And the other thing that looks kind of cool, but we'll have to see how it works, is the personalized spatial audio that's coming in iOS 16. So that's where it uses the shape of your melon to work out the exact spatial audio for you. Because guess what? Everyone's head is different. But you probably came here to hear about this, the brand new iPhone 14. Now here's the news on this one. The 14's available from $799, but the 14 Plus, yes, Apple have brought back the Plus. That's the larger size device without the Pro features. So that's a pretty cool thing. Unfortunately, that means RIP iPhone mini. Now, in the event, which you can watch the whole hour and a half if you really want to down below, they talked a lot about the cameras, the improvements to the cameras. It's very clear that they're selling phones based on folks taking photos and videos. It is 2022 and that's what people want to do. But there's a lot of cool stuff under the hood here. Once again, it's the evolution, not the revolution. If you're on an iPhone 13 or even a 12, the iPhone 14 is not going to add a heap for you, but there's some nice quality of life features that you can take a look at right there. The two features that are new are the crash detection and the emergency SOS. So crash detection uses a gyroscope to determine if you're in a severe car crash and then can call emergency services. Pretty cool idea, and hopefully that's something that will work well and be adapted to a lot of other devices. An emergency SOS via satellite is exactly what it sounds like when you're out away from mobile coverage, away from Wi-Fi, but you can see the sky. You can send emergency SOS text messages and hopefully get your butt saved. Now, that's only going to be available in the US and Canada to start with in about November this year, but hopefully that spreads out throughout the rest of the world. So folks like us here in Australia, where there are a lot of areas without any coverage, can actually benefit from that too. And the star of the show, the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max from $999 or $1099 for the big dude. Once again, a lot of the changes are incremental. The camera is probably the biggest ticket item here with its big 48 megapixel and what they're calling their quad pixel sensor. That's basically going to create a 12 megapixel photo, but have the resolution or have the quality of a 48 megapixel camera. The other thing you can see there is the always on display, which a lot of other phones have started using, and that can use refresh rates all the way down to 1 hertz. That means that you don't have to have your phone on wasting your battery every time you want to check the time. Everything else on there, kind of what we've seen in the past, but again, a improved version. And hey, if we get slightly better cameras and better battery life for someone like me with an iPhone 12 Pro, I'm on the fence. I may be upgrading, but maybe not immediately. There you have it, all of the information you need about this new Apple event from September 2022. If you want to order any of these products, of course, head over to apple.com and check out the links down below for my gear guide for all of the gear that I use here in the home studio.